Hey, good morning, everyone. Hi, Yusi. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Hey Jamel, how is
Yeah,
life? You're gonna
yeah,
show us something cool today, I hear.
yeah. We just integrated with your Mist dashboard. It's a nice feature where you could upload your floor plan and the APs, the Mist APs into the Mist dashboard, and it's super easy, super simple to do. And
Nice.
this is what I wanted to show you today.
Cool. Look forward to seeing it.
So we have Kelly with us today with a Mist AP pattern background. It's a
Oh
nice one,
wow.
Kelly. Okay.
Looks like an apple, but sure.
Well, it's looks like Mist they designed their pattern like an apple. So
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
like
We
apple
try to
or
make everything edible. Our APs actually are edible too. Like if you actually chew the plastic, it will start tasting better in your mouth after after you've been hospitalized.
Okay, how about I show
Anyway.
you quickly how can we create a new project. So here's I have my iBwave Wi-Fi for PC. I want to just start a new project, call it, let's say, demo Mist. Create a new project. I'll have my design plan, which is where my diagram will be, and then my floor plan. So by default, I have floor one. Let me just load the floor plan quickly. Maybe I have a CAD drawing. If I go load a CAD, a DWG here, it's super simple to import a CAD drawing in iBwave. You have like an importer, and to clean your CAD drawing, let's say if you have a lot of stuff, you just need to click on any layer you want to remove, and then you start checking them. And you click on this one, right? You click on the logo here. It's each time you click, it's highlighting the layer, and then it's super simple to clean your CAD. And then once it's clean, then the same way you select the layer you want to import, and then you assign the material. And then you see the different materials. Let's say this is concrete. And then the interior wall, let's say this is plaster, drywall, light, for example. And then maybe I can add the doors. So I click on the door and I select a door, wood. And you see I could also select the height, bottom height and top height. So maybe a door is probably 8 and not 9. And then I can convert that. So and all other layers will be converted into image. So quickly, if I import a CAD here, this would be my floor plan, and you would see that the walls are imported. For example, this concrete. If I double click on it, I'll see the property of the concrete, which has different loss values based on the frequency. The higher the frequency, the higher the loss value. So the only thing I need is just to scale it. Take a ruler and put here probably 150 feet. If I have the building in Google Earth, I could scale it from Google Earth and import the KML, the same line here. It will scale it based on Google Earth measurement and put the GPS coordinate of the building. So here, well, like, I don't know, 30 seconds, I have a 3D model of my floor. So that's all you need to create a floor plan.
Nice.
If you have a
and
CAD,
you have quite a bit of materials in there as well.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, we have a big database that you could customize. You could adjust the loss values. You could create new materials. You could calibrate the material loss by just your passive, maybe AP on stick survey. And then this is what you get in 3D. So that's the building we modeled from the CAD drawing. And you saw how quick it was, how simple, easy. It's just you select the layers, you assign the walls, and you start designing. So we have the drawing tools here in case you don't have a CAD, maybe you have PDF or an image, and then you could draw walls or horizontal surface. Here I might need a horizontal surface because I need a separation between the floors, right? I need like a ground floor. So I just draw something quickly here to define the surface I want my prediction to be calculated on. And this surface will actually be taken in consideration for the loss between the floors. So if I select concrete heavy, it's going to be a lot of loss. If I select something lighter, and then I could right click and say, okay, this is my prediction area. Now, if I want to do like multiple floor, I could just duplicate that floor and have floor 2, 3, 4, and then I have the entire building design. So if, for example, I want to duplicate that one and create floor 2, then now I have 2-story building. And this is done in like, what, 2 minutes. Here's my building. And you see I have separation between the floors. And I could see that in wireframe. Okay, so that's modeling a building. Super easy, super simple. Now what you need to do is place APs, right?
Mm-hmm. Place those bad boys. Do you have Mist APs in your database?
Yeah, that's exactly what we have. So you have the part tab here. I'm just gonna fix it here. You have different parts. We don't only have APs, we have cables, antenna, fiber optic hardware, network equipment like switch, router, stuff like that. Also any type of miscellaneous like power racks and different infrastructure. So for a signal source, for example, we have access point, and then you can select the OEM. And then if I go to Mist, here in my database, I only have 4. And I think the model I have are AP43. We have 61 also.
Mm-hmm.
And you see we
will be adding all of those, right?
Yes, we will be adding more. Yeah, this is just the demo database.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so you see the pattern. You have the AP properties. You could define 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. What kind of power? What channel? You see also properties of the AP. What was the gain of the antenna, and so on. So I place an AP. Maybe I could place, I don't know, 4 APs or 5, something like this. And then what I could do is just see the antenna contour. You see antenna contour here under the prediction. Just go and right click on it, go on the property, select the ray tracing, which is our algorithm that is taking all the reflection, refraction. So it's not just direct path, it's all the path. So the ray tracing is the most accurate algorithm. And then I'm targeting next 65 for 2.4, next 65 for 5 gigahertz. And now I activate my pattern for 2.4. And I will see that I have a lot of coverage. It's because I'm transmitting really high. So if I want to adjust the power, just select all parts, like this one, select all components like this one, go to the properties, and then source, and then reduce my power. Let's say I'm just transmitting 10. And now I have lower power. Now you see that I don't have the same coverage. Now I could move by AP, right? And same thing if I want to do 5 gigahertz, let's say, usually 5 gigahertz, you transmit whatever, like 14 dBm. And now I go to prediction and check the 2.4 and check the 5 gigahertz. And now this is my coverage for 5 gigahertz, and I could see just with here, without running any heat map, that I have this area and this area, 2 areas here that will not get next 65. So I need to move the AP around. Here I selected all the AP. I need to move, let's say, this AP here maybe, and this AP.
I think you need to buy a lot more Mist APs.
Or maybe I need more.
Like 200, 250, something like that for this kind of space.
So I'll be able to adjust the AP location, select the best.
Can you give me your credit card number? I have the purchase order in here.
Yeah, give me a second. No, I can't do that.
It's a MasterCard. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Okay, so this is how to place APs, super simple. And then you could run like the channel assignment. So you want different channels. One here by default is 136. I go to channel assignment. I want 1611, and then I want whatever. Uni 1, Uni 2, and then Uni 3 maybe. And ISM band I run. It's going to reassign the channels. Now I have like different channels, and then I could run the signal strength, for example.
Very cool.
And what's cool is that it will run it on this floor and the floor above. So I will see the signal going up even if I have no AP on the upper floor. So here if I see signal strength, this is signal strength for 2.4. I could add the legend indoor prediction. And I see my coverage. I can have a compliance. If I go to my output map, double click on it, I go to the compliance tab and add, okay, I'm looking for -65, right? And I'm targeting maybe 90% of the floor plan. And then it's telling me I'm passing that. I'm actually 95%. And the color of the heat map, this is the default rainbow color. Red, purple means really hot, mean good coverage. Yellow, orange mean okay coverage. And then green means it start being cold, and then blue, it's really cold, so no coverage. So that's the purpose of a heat map, right? But if you don't like this color, you could just adjust it, and then you have different color adjustments here. You could have templates. You could adjust what's the maximum value, minimum value, and then you change the colors, whatever you want. You could put everything green and then everything else black, or whatever you want. So that's basically the coverage. And you see here on floor 2, I see the APs, the signal reflected from the floor, and also the back lob of the AP that's going up. So that's the coverage I'm getting on floor 2 without even having any AP. And it could
Very
go
cool.
up floor 3, 4, 5, whatever. And
that's pretty simple, actually. I thought it would have been more complicated, but it looks actually pretty simple.
That's all what you have to do. And then if you have like a switch, you just place a switch, and then you select, I don't know, any switch.
Juniper would be a really good choice for a switch.
Yeah, of course. So you place your 24-port switch. You have I don't know, equipment room somewhere here, and then we also have like cable route. You define, let's say, what is your cable tray, something like this, right? Or maybe you have like conduit, and you could actually assign them. You could this is a generic cable route, but it could be defined as a cable tray. So in your bill of material, you could actually see how much cable tray I need to buy, or how much conduit I need to buy, and then you could go to our quick connect tool, and then select the switch, select the APs, this one, and then select the generic cable, let's say Cat6, and then I could select this, and select my cable tray, hit apply, it will connect them. Now I go to the other ones, I need this and this cable tray, and it will remember my last selection of the cable, apply, and now I have my system connected. And I could see that in 3D, right? So I could impress my customer and say, oh, here's your building, here's the coverage you're getting inside your building. Now if I go to just floor 1, the one we were focusing on, this is the coverage on floor 1. This is where we're going to place the APs. This is where the cable will run, and we need to drill a hole here. Sorry, but this is necessary. And then you could go inside and then see where is your equipment room, and then this is where the switch will be located. And that's the wow effect of iBwave. So when you show that to a customer, he will be impressed, right? And we have that in AR, so you could show him live in his office with the AR mode, right? It's super cool. And after that, you only need to generate your reports. And we have different type of reports. Cable routing, it will show you which port is connected to which AP, something like this. It will show you, let's say this is network 0, but you could name it whatever, net 0. You could have different ID, switch 1 or something, and you see that's net 0, port 0 is connected to AP 0. Net 0 port 1 is connected to AP 1. It will tell you which floor, which cable ID, and the estimated length of the cable. Then you hand that to the installer, you export it into PDF or whatever format, give it to the installer, you know exactly which port to connect to, right? Which AP, which port. And then obviously you have your bill of material, either just a list or with the cost. So if you have cost, you could add any markup for equipment, construction cost, any like engineering, commissioning, I don't know, validation, and you generate a cost report with the bill of material. So here our Cat6, estimating we have 756 feet, and this is the RG45 connectors, this is the Juniper switch, and then the APs, so 6 APs. If I have any cost defined, it will tell me what's the cost. It will calculate the cost per square feet, and you export that to whatever format. You have different formats.
So how do we get this now into the Mist system when we fire up the Mist AP, or actually even before we can bring this in? Let's say we now ordered the APs. How do we get these into the live actual system?
Yeah, that's a good question. So that's the next thing I wanted to show you. Once you finish your design, depending if you need approval or you need to wait till it's installed, but once the design is done, you could export that to Mist. So you go File, Export, and you have Export to Mist. That's the new feature that we added. And then you need just to select a location where you want to drop it. Let's say just put it on my desktop here and call it whatever. Demo Mist, right? And save it. So it will export the 2 floor plans with the AP information. Now that I have the file exported, I go to the Mist dashboard. So this is my dashboard. And I do have some APs assigned to my dashboard. So I have 3 APs here. And I could see they are named AP1, AP2, AP3. The same naming convention I have here. See AP1, AP2, AP3, right? And if I click on any of them, I could see the status, if they're connected or not, right? So, and I know from the dashboard what kind of AP. It's AP43, right? It's the one I was using. And so what I could do is go to Location, Live View, and then I could add, I'd need to have the site created. I created the Mist Export Demo site. And then on the site, I need to add the floor plan, right? So you have either import manually on the Mist dashboard or add the floor plan, add manually or import. So when you import, you have the option to import an iBwave file. So if I import that, and here's the demo Mist, right? And it's mist.ibwc. So you see, it's to avoid confusion with the other iBwc. It has the Mist format. So when I open it, and I have the option to include either the floor plan that do not have APs, and then I import, it will load the 2 floor plans. You see floor 1, floor 2, and then I could do match the APs.
Wow.
It found already 3 APs out of the 6, and it already matched them. So you see here we have the floor plan, and we have the APs. So I have 1, 2, and 3, and then I have the other APs that do not match. So if I have more AP, I could do the manual match. Next, finish, and I have my 2 floor plan with the heat map loaded with it. So
Sweet.
If I wanted the floor plan to be without the heat map, then I would need to export it without the heat map. So if I go here, deactivate the heat map, export it like this. So the floor plan will look exactly how you exported it. So any information you want here, any legend, any see here the cable length, AP channels, any information you want, you export it and it will be visible on the floor plan here. You see I have the channel number, the AP, the cable length. I also have the heat map. If you want to remove or change anything, you just do it when you export. So that's basically the integration we did. I think it's really cool. It's helping a lot of mutual customers, iBwave and Mist customers. So there is no duplicate of efforts. You don't need to reload the floor plan and put the APs again. And it's super simple, super easy. And you just saw it. We did it in what, 20 minutes designing a...
Yeah, from the get-go, from the scratch. But bringing it to Mist was as simple as dragging and dropping or just selecting the file, essentially. Yes. It automatically did everything.
Exactly. That's the import was 30 seconds. You export the file, you import it, and then it's done.
Nice. Yeah, thank you guys for implementing this together with Wes and the Mist team. Much appreciate that. Looks really simple, really sweet. And thank you, Jamel, for the super easy demo or super easy looking demo as well.
You're welcome.
All right.
Any question?
Anything else? If it's drag and drop, I think even I could pull it off. Hey, thanks so much, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you. Enjoy.